the Chatty Paula Show.
We will talk about the things that mean so much to you, like going to a restaurant or hanging at the zoo. Clothes and sports and funny news, crafts and travel too. Nothing ever scripted, so expect the unexpected.
Hello.
Buenos dias. Aloha.
It's the Chatty Paula Show. It's the Chatty Paula Show. It's the Chatty Paula Show.
Hi, welcome to our show. It's Monday, April 17th, and we're here with Kimberly Mikulski and Marcel Lim from Motor City Irish Dance Company. Welcome today. How are you guys doing?
Thank you.
Thank
Great,
you.
Thanks.
It's great to have you here. So, Kimberly is the director of Motor City Irish Dance Company. Tell us about how this got started.
This got started when I moved from England, and it was actually the local pastor at the Catholic Church that found out I was a professional Irish step dancer, and I've been a teacher for quite a few years in the UK. So he talked me into putting my shoes back on, and I started teaching some of the children in the parish, and then that progressed on to the adults, and then Motor City Irish Dance was founded in 2008.
Oh, that's good. Did you guys like dance at church too?
We did.
Oh, really?
We
Like
did.
during the service?
And then I was talked into hosting a full-blown Irish night, so it went from one thing to another.
That's how it goes at church usually.
Yep.
And Marcel, tell us how you got started with Irish dance.
Well, I saw this flyer. It happened to be living in Farmington, so I was thinking of taking it for health reasons. So I took the class, and I got hooked pretty much. Been dancing ever since.
It seems really addicting when I watch people do it. It's like, I want to do that, but then you guys were showing me like the foot moves in the lobby, and I'm like, I don't think I can do it.
Well, Motor City Irish Dance Company has won quite a few awards. Tell us about some competitions and some awards you've won.
Well, we're Michigan's only professional Irish step dance company. So what we do is we train specifically to perform year-round. So we are not a competitive school. We actually will train dancers to a very high standard in Irish step dancing. And then once you have the foundation in traditional step dancing, we then train them to perform. And it's through the performance that we enter into some really fun opportunities, and that's where we've been the most successful. So we've won the Best Studio Metro Detroit at the Troy Family Days Festival. We've got a nice big trophy for that one. And we'll be returning this September to defend that title. We also won the Rochester Posed in downtown Rochester. We took on the theme of Pirates of the Caribbean.
So explain Rochester Post, Paula. It's
Fun.
storefronts, and each store, tell us a little bit about what you did.
It's a live mannequin event, and for 3 hours the people who are actually in the window have to stand completely still in character. And so for us, the theme last year for our window, we were in at-home furniture, and ours was Pirates of the Caribbean. And it was big motion pictures was the theme from last year. So we did Pirates of the Caribbean, and we took first place by a landslide. So that was a ton of fun. We thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Well, if you're being a mannequin, then you're not dancing, right?
We had dancers outside
Okay.
to try and pull the crowd in.
I'm not getting this. Okay.
And we were playing music, but it was really fun because we tend, with Motor City Irish Dance, expect the unexpected, because we do have a traditional repertoire. We do perform traditional Irish step dancing, but we always push boundaries. So sometimes when we book for performances and we're left to our own devices, we will actually do something a little more unique. I mean, we've danced to Star Wars music. We've done all sorts of fun things.
That's cool.
So
That was kind of one of my questions. Have you ever danced to like heavy metal rock music?
yes, we've danced to rock music.
Because that'd be really cool.
Yes, we have. We've danced to techno. We've danced to all sorts of different pieces.
I was just going to ask you, like, when you train to do Irish step dancing and you just do competitions or shows, is there any like clubs you can go to where everybody's dancing like Irish step dance, like a dance club where everybody's?
You typically
Nancy
want to-
Whiskies? Or, I don't know.
You want to look out for a ceilidh. And a ceilidh is a group social dance, so live musicians and group social dancing. So you won't typically find a gathering where it's all come and try Irish step dancing, which are the solo pieces where you're dancing in the hard shoes, making the noise, dancing across the floor, flying around. But you'll want to look for the group social dancing, and I do know that a lot of those tend to take place at some of the Celtic festivals throughout Michigan and neighboring states, and you can also find them quite often at the Gaelic Lead in downtown Detroit.
Because don't you have to have like a moves ready to go and to dance and sync together, or can
Not
you
to
just
Kaylee, because
freeform?
they tend to have Kaylee callers. So there'll be somebody on a microphone, and more often than not, if there are dancers that actually know what they're doing, they'll be on the floor and they'll grab somebody and they'll take them through their paces. So the beauty of Kaylee dancing, anybody can do it, whether they're,
Game on, Jenny.
we invite you to try.
What are some of the moves they might call out? Like swing your partner round and round? kind
Yep.
of thing?
Hop, back, skip, sidestep.
Oh.
I mean, it's very
It's
simple,
like
basic
step
stuff.
aerobics,
But
right?
I can do
It's
that.
just like step
It's similar,
aerobics.
similar to barn dancing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really, really, really fun. It gets even more fun if you've had too much Guinness.
Oh, is there such a thing? Is there such a thing, Marcel?
I don't know.
So it's kind of square
Haven't got there yet.
dancing-ish.
Yes,
Yes,
a little
pretty
bit like
much,
that.
Okay. I could do that.
Yep.
That would be really fun, actually.
Well, what are some other aspects that go into the show? Like, do any of you sing or play instruments?
And that's another thing that completely sets Motor City Irish Dance apart from everybody else. We have professional singers, we have professional musicians, and we have very, very highly trained step dancers. And we even have a junior company, so we train the kids to get out there. They're very confident, they know what they're doing. So it's a real nice all-round show. It's not the same thing from start to finish. We put on a real nice rounded package.
Oh, it's like Dance Moms.
Not quite. We're not competitive.
Okay, right.
What is the most popular step dancing song? Is it Lord of the Dance? Simple
Lord of
Gifts
the Dance is a show. So, like, if you're talking about popular tune, for Irish dancers, they tend to prefer dancing the reel because it's so versatile.
The what?
The reel, R-E-E-L. That's a traditional tune.
Okay.
It's, for anybody who knows music, it's 4/4 timing.
Okay.
But it's
I'm a
so
musician.
Does it
flexible.
go like this? That's
a jig.
Oh, a jig.
Well, I'm
okay.
thinking of da 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 da. I am the Lord.
That's a
of
reel.
the Jews.
That's a reel.
Okay.
That's a reel.
Oh, so,
So
the
you'll
reel is
find-
not a song. It's
It's
a
the timing.
The timing.
Yeah,
4/4.
because the reels
Okay.
will have lots and lots of tunes. So in general, as long as you're playing a reel, it doesn't matter what the tune is, because the dancer can put any of their reel choreography to it. And the beauty of the reel is it can be done in both soft shoe and in hard shoe. It can be done as a soloist or as a group. So that's why the dancers seem to really enjoy it the most.
How about 6/8? Is that a popular timing?
6/8 is a light jig.
Light jig.
There's a light jig timing. Yeah. Which is
Light
another.
jig. Seems fast.
It is pretty fast.
Imagine the
So why don't
heavy
you call
jig.
it?
we have a lot of the younger junior dancers like to do the jig. They,
Oh,
they
the
thoroughly
faster-
enjoy it. Oh yeah,
okay.
they like to kick up their heels.
Can you do like a really slow?
You can, but the dancers won't like you for it.
We're standing on
Well,
our
that's usually
toes
the
too
treble
long.
jig.
Yeah, you can do a
You can do
treble jig.
treble
That
jig,
one's
which is
slower.
another that's
The idea is it's played slower so that you can put more complicated percussive steps into it, so that yeah,
Sounds complicated.
well, it's
Probably
fun.
harder.
It's fun once you know the techniques. That's the one thing with Irish. It's an extremely technical dance form, but once you get past learning the techniques, the choreography comes pretty easy.
Oh yeah. What about like 3/4 and waltz? Kind of is that
That would be
Totally.
slip jig,
slip jig slip? That's a who song.
and that's a ladies' dance. So it's very graceful. It's done in soft shoe. It is not done in hard shoe.
So you don't do the slip jig. 'Cause
No.
it's
He
a
does if
ladies'
we let
thing.
him. But the kids keep joking we'll have to put him in a skirt. But he's already wearing a kilt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, man kilt, right?
How many
Yeah.
kilts do
Man's-
you have?
I have 2 kilts right now.
Oh, do you like want more?
You
Yeah.
can never have too
I
many.
had too many kilts.
Because I see it like the Ferndale DIY Fest. There's a shop that sells kilts. You know, one of those pop-up shops. And I'm always like telling my husband, you should get one and just be comfortable.
Yeah.
He says no.
He's like, no way.
Well, are there different roles for the males and females in dancing?
There can be. It really just depends on the dance that you're performing and if it's a group dance or a solo dance. There are, up until about 25, 30 years ago, the hornpipe, which is a hard shoe dance, was typically only done by males because it was started by the sailors. So you hear about the sailors' hornpipe. Now the ladies do it too. So it evolves as you go along. And certainly if there's partner work, the gent will always stand on the left of the lady. So there are certain rules that you tend to fit with.
Take notes on that.
No.
Now, the shoes you guys are wearing, do
Yep.
you always wear those kind of shoes? Is there other kinds of shoes for different kinds of dancing, or?
There are there are 3 different types of shoes. The 2 shoes worn by the ladies or the girls. One is the soft shoe gilly, and that's very similar to a ballet shoe. It's black, it's leather, but it's a lot more supportive because it has lots of eyelets that you then pull up the laces nice and tight. So it acts as an extra set of ligaments, if you will. It's very supportive to the foot.
I feel like you could use that shoe.
They're very comfortable.
Would this work for anything? I got these.
That would fly off your
GSW.
feet.
Paula, you need more support.
That would fly off your feet.
Yes, it already does when I walk.
When you kick, it shoo, sail through the air.
But the men don't wear those. So the men wear real shoes, and those look like jazz shoes, but they have a heel that make noise, so they can click their heels and add some percussion.
You know they're coming.
Right. And then we have the Jig Shoes, which we're wearing these right now. They are fiberglass tips and heels, and they're not actually classed as dance shoes. They were designed as a musical instrument, and they're a percussive instrument. So they were designed to accompany the traditional musicians. And so the tip makes a very high sound, and the heel makes a low sound because the tip and heel are different densities of fiberglass.
I love that.
So depending on if you hit the tips together, the heels together, how hard you hit it, how you're moving across the floor, we can play with pitch and sound and everything.
What is the ideal floor to dance on?
Sprung wood.
What,
Sprung wooden, so it has some movement to it.
Oh, okay.
So
Like
it
an old
doesn't have
bar
solid cement
floor.
underneath. It's
Old
usually
bars.
elevated
Yeah,
and moves a little bit. Yeah, old pub floors are the best.
So, like when you guys did the bestest concert ever, that probably was not.
That was
cement.
solid concrete, but I will tell you, no
Sorry.
surface stops us from performing. We've done concrete,
Do
we've
your
done grass.
knees hurt after performing on concrete?
Well, we were very used to it. We were in the thick of St. Patrick's Day festivities, so we were very warmed up, so we're okay. And we actually put shock absorbent insoles in our shoes to try and absorb some of the impact there. So we prepare.
Where do you get all this stuff at? Is there like a
We have our sources.
Amazon. So run through a typical St. Patrick's Day or
my
week
gosh.
for you.
Okay, let me take you through this St. Patrick's Day. We started at 4 in the morning. We finished at midnight, and we had 18 shows. And
18 shows?
18.
Just
Then we
one day.
woke up the next day and we did the whole thing again.
Oh my gosh.
Many shows. We ended the next day out down in Ann Arbor at the Arc performing with We Banjo 3. It's a touring band from Ireland.
And you couldn't
So-
say no to that.
No, and St. Patrick's Day will typically start early morning with the TV. So we'll have radio broadcasts, we'll have TV broadcasts, and we'll kind of jump from station to station. And then we start to head, the junior company will start to take over the local elementary and middle schools and high schools and start performing for the students in the community. Because March is a very special time of month for us. During the year, we don't often get a chance to go back to the community and give back to them and say thank you for all the support we get throughout the year. Summer and fall are taken up very heavily with our professional performances at the festivals and weddings and TV. So March is when we can go back to the community and attend the schools and the senior centres and the local pubs and community centres and say thank you for all the support we get. So we try to cram in as many as we can, and the company divides in many directions, so it's a divide and conquer deal. But the most advanced dancers in the troupe don't really get a break. We're from start to finish from 4 till midnight, and then
And
again
they
the next
sleep all
day.
the rest of the year?
Well, this year,
sounds
Beauty and the Beast
exhausting.
came out, so we booked a private showing in the cinema on Sunday to kind of kick up our heels and relax. But no, we're really busy. But we live for it. We absolutely love what we do.
Now, a traditional Irish wedding, does that usually involve dancers?
Yes, a traditional wedding will have live Irish musicians. They will have Irish dancers. And then depending on the bride and groom's preference, it's usually traditional step dancing, but we do get a lot of requests for some of our modern stuff because it's a lot more showy. It's more river dance and Lord of the Dance style. So they want more of a show. And we bring in our musicians for that. Our singers will come out. So we have a bit of, it's almost like Celtic Woman. They come and they sing some beautiful pieces. And sometimes if you get a really traditional Irish wedding, I get booked to be a Cayley caller. And so after our performance, we'll be pulling up members of their guests in their audience, and we'll be pulling them up and we'll be
And kind of
teaching them to do
teaching
some
them?
Cayley dancing, which is
Wow.
really, really fun.
That sounds like fun.
Wow, you guys.
It's a good time.
Now, do you make up your own dances, or do you? choreograph
Yes,
stuff?
there are the traditional material. Some of those dances don't change no matter where you are in the world. So you'll have your traditional step dances like St. Patrick's Day, King of the Fairies, Garden of Daisies. All of those are very traditional. And the Ceilidh dances, they're traditional too. You don't choreograph those. Siege of Venice is going to be the same whether you're in South Africa, Australia, or US. It's going to be the same. But the show material that most City Irish Dance puts out there is exclusive to us. I choreograph those custom for our company.
Wow, how do you remember all those moves? I'd be...
Lots of practice.
So I know Marcel travels a lot, and now when you're other places and you see other Irish dancers, what's it like when you used to go up to them and you say, I'm an Irish dancer too, or do you just go on the dance floor and show off? And
I've kind of done both. I've been to many Irish music festivals, and I've just, depending on what the band plays, I can just hop on the floor.
because you
then-
can't resist, but
Right,
go
right.
talk to the
He
other
also likes the
performers.
distinction of being the only Asian in a kilt.
and are you?
Yeah.
Yes,
that,
he
that
is.
So
you've
far.
found so
Yes, he
far,
is.
So
right?
far,
So tell us a little. Do you sing? Are you one of the singers?
If I sang, people would run away.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
really not that good.
But now Marcel plays instruments. What instruments do you play?
I play the fiddle.
Okay, and you're going to demonstrate a song for us today, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see your fiddle. Is it just a regular fiddle? Well, so sit down first and tell us about your fiddle while they adjust the cameras and get
Well, I
ready.
have two fiddles. One is acoustic, which is the standard violin. The other one's electric, which is right there in front.
Okay, and then where do you? How do you know which one you're going to be playing?
It depends on the venue, really. For example, if we're performing and we have little girls singing who's pretty soft,
Okay.
then I tend to pick up my acoustic. That way I don't have to be mic'd up and it doesn't overpower the singing.
Okay, and
So
you're
it just
okay. Go
depends.
ahead and show us what you're going to play today. And
One question really quick. Can you dance and play the fiddle at the same time?
He's
Little bit,
working
a little
towards
bit.
it.
I'm working
He
on
can.
it.
He's
I'm
working
working
on it.
on it.
Would be really cool.
We're working on that.
That would be really, really
And
cool.
we have another fiddle player that's trying to do the same thing. So we might have a
Oh,
duo
wow.
going on. It would be amazing.
that sounds amazing.
Do like a
We can have
riff
a-
and then they dance.
We can have a
and then
dance
riff.
off.
Dance
That would be
off.
really cool.
All right,
Yeah.
well, let's hear something from Marcel. Yeah, we're ready.
Bring this down.
Yeah, go ahead and.
Well, maybe while he's getting that out, I can show this beautiful dress.
Yeah, explain to us these costumes on the table.
So what you have here is a selection of costumes from our company. Now this right here we brought in just for comparison because this is a very traditional Irish step dance dress. This is worn by the very young little dancers. The sash on the back is very traditional too.
Oh, that's the back.
Yep.
That's the front.
The Celtic embroidery, a lot of the Celtic knotwork will come from, its source usually has its foundations in the Book of Kells. That's based in Dublin. So all the Celtic artwork that was beautifully illustrated by the monks in Ireland. And then we also have here, this is our holiday costume, so we tend to wear this one for all our Christmas events. So our performances.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we wear this for our Christmas parades. We have a fluffy ivory muff and we have a nice poinsettia for the hair. So the girls wear gloves. It looks lovely and
This is
it's
so
much
cute.
warmer to wear. That one belongs to one of our little ones.
This is so cute.
And then this one right here, this is the orange version of the purple one I'm wearing right now, but this is our latest addition to our company costume.
That is super cute too.
We tend to, because we're a professional performance company, we have multiple costumes. So we can match whatever the theme of the performance is. We have traditional looking costumes. We have very modern, edgy looking costumes with no Celtic knotwork on them. So we've done a piece where we've looked a little bit like robots, something a little bit edgy to Star Wars. So something a little different. We have masks that light up. But this is a cross between like a river dance, Lord of the Dance style, but with the traditional knotwork. And it's designed to really pop on stage. And what we have is a set of costumes, and each dancer has a different color from our logo. So this is the orange one. It's very vibrant on stage.
Yes.
I'm wearing the purple one. I'll show you. So I've got the purple one on.
So cute.
And we have red, blue, green, pink, yellow. It just looks extremely vibrant, and we actually tested these. They debuted this St. Patrick's Day, and everyone loved it.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's beautiful. Okay, so what are you going to play for us, Marcel?
I'm going to play a traditional piece called the Irish Washerwoman.
This is Marcel Lim. right, why don't we invite the girls on in to stand in front of the table.
Now, what are their names?
This is Amelia and Bella.
Hi, girls. Can you turn around and face the cameras?
These two are from our junior company.
Explain to us the outfits that they're wearing.
Now they're wearing our most well-known company costume, and you can see it actually collaborates with Marcel's vest right there. So this is the one that we're known the most for. So this is our very soft lilac skirt. It flows beautifully, and our custom bodice with our logo on there. Our primary color is black and purple, so that we don't blend in with a sea of green when we're performing out at the festivals.
That makes
Oh.
So that's why we chose purple. It's very flattering on everybody, and it stands out. So, but the girls are wearing those. They're very comfortable to wear, and love wearing it, don't you, girls?
Well, explain to us, okay, while they're standing there, first of all, explain Marcel's man bag. What is
His
that?
sporran.
What's in there?
You don't want to ask that question.
Okay.
That's a sporran.
Jameson.
Yeah,
whatever, I don't
that's
know.
a sporran. So he calls it his man purse.
Okay.
So you wear it traditionally in front, right there, and it would be used to carry his essentials. And if he were dressed, if he were dressed in a very traditional manner, he'd also have one of the little daggers on the side of his kilt. But oh, you have it?
Oh, right.
Oh no, there's a kilt pin, so that holds the kilt pin down.
Oh, you're talking about the
So
Put it in the
weighs
sack?
it down?
well, and that's the
Yeah.
thing, because traditionally he would wear an actual little dagger in his socks, but that's not practical for dancing unless he wants to bleed all over the place. So he wears it in the form of a pin on the side of his kilt to compensate for that.
Now,
So, and he's wearing, yeah.
I'm just noticing everybody's standing like properly.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Oh,
We have
explain to
starting
us
positions.
the lady's
Fall
hair.
over.
How much work is that?
Actually, this is probably 10 minutes because we're cheating. These are hair pieces.
I want one.
It is not required to have curly hair, but the tradition came about back when the families used to get together and celebrate with music and dance, and that would typically happen. The family would be together most on a Sunday, so after church. And the girls would always go dressed in their Sunday best, hence the pretty costume, and that would be a pretty dress for the girls, but they would always put their hair in ringlets and take them out the morning of church and go to church with ringlets and little bows in their hair. So that tradition carried forward, although it is not required. Now these right here are half hair pieces, so the front part, that's their natural hair, and we're very careful to match up, but these are hair pieces right now. This is a hair piece too, and we're very busy. We dart from place to place. Some of these kids go to performances from schools, and a lot of our adults go straight from work, so having a convenient way to get our hair looking very good for the stage, that's why we've opted for this.
I need
So,
that.
Paula, you need a church wig.
need
You just
one of
roll out of
those.
bed, put your wig on, and go to church.
Because you should see me at Target today. I'm not looking so good.
All right, well, let's have a little demonstration with some live music, and the girls agreed to show us a little
So this is a
dance.
Is this a
jig.
jig?
A jig.
Okay.
You guys ready?
I'll be the rhythm.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Don't go too far, girls.
Oh, come back this way. Yeah, stay back by here.
Spring.
Oh,
No.
Uh-oh. Come back.
there they go.
You
Gotta
gotta
come back this way,
Try to
girls.
stay in the light up here. We didn't. Oh, I know. It's a little improv.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
They're like butterflies.
Uh-oh, there they go again.
Is this floor slippery for them? It seems like it'd be a little slippery.
They're okay.
Oh,
Stay in the middle,
Very
girls.
good. Wow,
yay!
very good.
Thank you, ladies.
Now, when do they get the noisy shoes?
They already have them.
Oh.
They
so-
already have them. So yeah, they already train in the, usually from about 5 years up, they start training in the hard shoes, and these two are actually pretty good at it. So,
What's the youngest someone's ever like done this? Just learning to walk and like, let's Irish step dance.
well, this one started performing at 3. And my middle daughter, Madeline, she was dancing and performing at 2.
Wow.
She watched her sister and copied her at home, and then started really
get out
early.
there.
So I'd say 2 years old.
We're going to Nancy Whiskey's. Pack up your diaper
She's
bag.
our secret weapon. If the dancers need to catch their breath, I'm like, Maddie, go. And then
Yeah.
she'll hit the floor. We're like, okay, breathe.
Now, how
Well-
many people are in your troupe?
Right.
Oh, we're nearing probably about 30 members
Oh,
now.
wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I think it looks like a lot of fun.
Thank you, ladies. You can go ahead and have a seat. Marcel, why don't you join us back at the table? So, what's it like taking the girls out? I mean, they've got to be on St. Patrick's Day. Come on, 18 shows. There's no way they can.
The little ones we cut loose in the afternoon. So they'll usually start maybe about 8 a.m. in the morning, and we'll cut them loose probably about 4 p.m. And they typically have the day off school.
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah, no, I usually sign
Work release?
Yeah, well,
sick today.
sometimes I'm finding myself signing that they're doing some community outreach efforts, and they're giving back to the community and volunteering their time, and they're getting cultural development as well by participating and collaborating with the live musicians that they come up with, and so it's
I would think it's
really
good
fun.
life,
It's a
life
good
lessons.
It's a good
They're learning.
education
Class,
for
music
them.
class.
There we go, all in one. But we won't start them at the crack of dawn. That's usually us. That's why we're dragging our heels at the end. But
can't even imagine.
they
Oh
will
my
start
gosh.
at like 8 in the morning, and we'll typically cut them loose about 4 p.m. However, we usually have some little Energizer bunnies that want to go to the end of the night, and we're okay,
Oh,
go
wow,
for it.
Right.
The
Sugar,
adults
sugar,
are from
sugar.
dawn till midnight, so we just keep
Oh
going.
my gosh.
So yeah,
You must be so exhausted the
How
next
much
day. like
corned
you're
beef
doing
can
it.
one person eat?
not very much when you're dancing, I can tell you.
Oh, right, right.
No, gosh, you can't.
So we eat like sparrows, and we graze throughout the entire day, because any big meals just kind of slow us down and kill us. We make us very tired. So,
Wow. So countdown to the next St. Patty's Day. You got 11 months.
we're about to kick off our summer season. We're going to be at the new Jimmy John's baseball stadium. We're actually going
Oh,
to be
right.
in
I was
there
going to
doing-
ask you that because I was there for Polish Heritage Day, and I
Okay.
thought, well, gosh, there has to be some Irish fest.
Well, there's going to be Irish Heritage on May 18th.
Okay.
And we're the headline performance act. We'll be joined by a wonderful singer, Jamie Galloway. She's going to be singing the anthem.
Well, I hope you
And,
guys have great weather because it'll
We
be
probably
a lot
will.
of fun.
And then we have the Tigers Irish Heritage coming up
Yeah,
at the end of
that'll be
September as
fun.
well.
Oh,
and
the
then,
Detroit Tigers?
yep,
Oh.
we did it last year.
How
So
fun
Is that a day
that?
game?
it's an evening game. It'll be on a Friday this year.
That's gotta be
from the
fun.
Minnesota Twins, I believe. Is that the
think
other
so,
ones?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you dance out on the baseball field?
Yes, we do. And then we dance around the stadium,
That's
and
right.
we've got custom Tigers costumes and everything. So we're out there supporting the team.
Oh,
Does Paws get out there with you?
Pretty much, yes. We've got to get our picture with Paws.
Paula's friends with Paws.
Not really, but I hire Paws for Bestest Concert Ever. And you guys danced at Bestest Concert Ever. and
Yep.
I
Thank you
really
for that. Was
appreciate
that fun?
It
Did you like that?
We did enjoy that. It was very unusual to get that much space, I'll tell you now. So
Oh.
that was a dream. That
Well,
was good, getting
you got
the
it
space.
next year.
Thank you.
Promise that large space again if you'll
Thank
come
you.
back.
We'll come back.
What are some things you're working on or some new things you're putting together?
We're putting together some brand new pieces for the summer. So we always like to keep it fresh, and we do some really fun pieces. We've got some really fun stuff coming up. We're also going to be collaborating a lot more with some bands and some really big festivals this year. So we're really kind of joining forces with some international touring artists as well.
Do you do any Bruno Mars?
Yes, yes, we do.
Bruno Mars. I love Bruno Mars.
We started off the trend. We actually had one to Uptown Funk at
Oh,
one point.
I love it.
And then that snowballed from there. We had people requesting those. So it really, we do adapt depending on, we
love
have one
that.
to Party Rock as well, which is usually really fun at the Woodward Dream Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
But we also have very traditional material, and then we also do a Riverdance tribute and Lord of the Dance tribute. So we do some choreography from the show to kind of demonstrate a little bit of what the show material is. So.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate you guys coming out. And
Yes, thank you.
People can find you. What's your website?
MotorCityIrishDance.com.
So if you want information on them, go to MotorCityIrishDance.com.
That's the one.
And thanks for tuning in. That's another episode of the Chatty Patty
Paula Walla.
Talk Show.
It's the Chatty Patty Paula Walla Talk Show. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Walla Talk Show. It's the Chatty Patty Paula Walla Talk Show.